What's up, chat? How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are ready for some Friday fun, I guess. It's Friday Fun Day over here on TacticalTortoise. We're going to be live at the T5S2 Pod Finals. Dark Angels versus Blood Angels. Very interesting matchup. Very excited about this one. Hope you guys are ready. Let's get into it. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We are live with the T5S2 Pod 10 Finals from Season 11. Getting started up in here bright and early in the season with our first couple of Finals games coming down. This one versus Rhina over here on the red running Dark Angels. The classic combination Dark Flight Pursuit plus Company of Hunters. Blood Offie on the other side of the table running. Unfortunately, my overlay is actually a little bit bugged. I wonder if I can just add this in manually. It's Vengeful Host. Vengeful Host. There we go. Plus Stormlight Task Force, but my overlay actually doesn't have Vengeful Host in it, so we're just going to add it in manually. It's fine. We're doing it live. Reconnaissance Sweep versus Purge and Secure is the matchup today.
F5.
And players are rolling to take the first turn here.
You don't have any scout moves, I believe.
I have the scouts here, but that's fine. You can do your scouts.
I'll do my scout moves. Alright, so let's see. You can go 18. You can go 18.
Worried about the turn 1 threat range from the Blood Angels with Rhina taking the first turn here. The Blood Angels threat range is going to be pretty prodigious right now, explicitly because of that Stormlance Task Force effect. This is a 2 detachment point detachment for Blood Angels explicitly. Kind of an interesting benefit that they get for playing explicitly this sub-faction. Gives them army-wide advance in charge. Has recently been upgraded to give Lance for 1 command point to any Astartes unit. It used to be limited to explicitly only mounted units. That is no longer the case. Now it can do it for anyone. So Rhina has to be very careful about all of these massive threat ranges. Now, Vengeful Host is the combo here, and these 2 detachments kind of work extremely well together. This gives you access to reroll 1s to hit when you charge with flying infantry, which means all of the jump pack infantry the Blood Angels are, of course, known for, do get that effect, and they are all going to be able to activate with, extreme reliability. Essentially, especially things like Sanguinary Guard with the 2+ weapon scale, rerolling 1s in charge, means that they are almost explicitly independent of the Oath of Moment, which is huge. We're considering all the massive scout moves that we do get from the Dark Angels army. Now, thing to keep in mind, very limited shooting on the Blood Angel side of the table right now. Going through the list, which are pinned in the video description, or in the description and the chat if you want to take a look. This Blood Angels list is effectively all jump infantry combat squads. No guns whatsoever. So they are going to be running into the teeth of this Dark Flight Pursuit army. We'll see if they have the beef to get through it. This is, of course, an incredibly effective combination of detachments for Dark Angels. It gives them access to things like Landspeeder Vengeances, as well as Thunder Strikes with Ignore Cover, massive to increase the reliability, especially of the buffing Stormspeeder attacks that will improve the lot of the rest of the army. And then you can go in with things like Ravenwing Black Knights with mass plasma talents, for example. You're extremely maneuverable, and you can sort of sync all those buffs together. Looks like we are going to be taking the first turn here with Blood Offie over here, rocking turn 1. Take a quick peek at what we have for scores. I don't have my second monitor set up yet, chat, so I apologize.
I'm gonna make them.
Looks like we're rocking Overwhelming Force Beacon. Beacon's a nice draw on turn 1.
Yeah. Please remind me, the Land Raider can advance and shoot?
Yes, everything advances and shoots.
Okay, let me save the Land Raider.
Yeah. So you can go up to 18. Obviously, can't stand in walls, but with a pivot. Basically, yeah.
The line
So we are considering our movement with respect to the Land Raider Redeemer. Of course, that guy's going to be absolutely brutal. We do have
that goes through the wall.
Chaplain
I mean, fine, if you
Lamarties,
stand on it, I suppose.
who will
Maybe
be
it
able
makes
to
sense.
tank the Redeemer. He halves the damage of that vehicle into his unit. The downside, of course, is that he's on the other side of the table. So it's going to be a little difficult for Blood Offie to reposition. He does have Auto 6 Advance available to him.
Okay.
But I don't know necessarily if he's going to be wanting to burn that in order to try to get a bead on that Redeemer.
Yes, I don't think I'm gonna do much, so let's have a moment then.
Fair enough.
Right on his WTC
see
list.
here.
That's sick. I actually didn't realize that
Yes,
this was
so
his
there will not be
what he was
seen
rocking
by
to
the eye.
WTC. That's absolutely massive.
If it at the advanced sixes.
Sick. We're gonna take a KG turn 1 here.
And they move how much?
A bit unfortunate
Well,
that we don't have any way to reach out and touch.
Charge, so they can move 19. So
Oftentimes, what I will
I'll do it like this. Save him. We'll put him here.
will recommend to players is that they do have at least one ranged attacker to prevent like moves like this with Samuel. So Samuel doesn't have to be worried currently about sort of turn 1 charges, and there's no shooting. His unit can't be hidden because they're mounted. And so as they stand right now, they basically do just have free access to Blood Offie's expansion objective. Now, of course, the dangerous thing about shooting in 11th edition is, of course, the hidden mechanic, which does make it difficult to engage if your opponent is largely infantry-based armies. However, given that we are mostly mounted in vehicles here on this side, any amount of turn 1 threat would actually force these guys to be pretty far back. You can also make units, give units assault weapons inside Stormlight Task Force. They don't do it naturally, but it does cost a command point, which can allow them to be relatively maneuverable.
Save them. Save.
So what's interesting too is that we're going to be using a lot of the new Mastercrafted Power Weapon profile on the Vanguard veterans. So they are still going to be gaining lethal hits on the charge. So they're swinging 3 lethal hits, strength 5 AP2, 2 damage attacks, which makes them good into basically a variety of targets. And with rerolls to hit, they have a greater chance to secure those lethals.
Yep.
I actually have not seen the new Vanguard veterans on the table quite yet. Do have a couple of units of Assault Intercessors, Jump Assault Intercessors here to make use of that detachment ability. Just be extremely reliable disruption pieces. Very reasonable chance, especially if they want to burn Lance, that they knock a unit of Scouts or something out. If they end up pushing forward. Now, the thing that we have to keep in mind here, of course, is that because Rhina is inside Company of Hunters, he's going to be able to advance, shoot, and charge with all of his mounted units. If we stage the Intercessors in an aggressive position like this, they are just prey for the Ravenwing Black Knights between advancing and shooting your Plasma Talons and then charging in.
For CP.
All
right. Give you the turn.
And that's going to be it for turn 1. Extremely conservative turn 1 for Blood Offie. Now, in terms of the disposition matchup, I think part of the reason that we are playing relatively conservative here is because of the different primary missions that these players have access to. Rhina over here is playing Reconnaissance, so he does have access to Reconnaissance Sweep. That is going to require him to get to all 4 table quarters in order to max his primary score for the round. Blood Offie, on the other hand, has Purge and Secure, so he will get points, 3 points for destroying a unit, either on an objective or with a unit that's on an objective. So any units that push aggressively forward here, we could see a Vanguard unit or a Jump Intercessor unit charge, tag an objective with their back model, and then kill the unit that they charge with Lance. That scores him 3 points without really requiring him to go too far out of his way. Now, Rhino can score multiple points for destroying enemy units over the course of the round, but of course, if the Blood Angels don't get too aggressive, then that won't be that much of a concern. That said, this primary matchup does allow the take and hold player to play a little bit cagier than they would. They force the recon player to come into them in order to get any points, which then allows, of course, the purge and secure player to farm those units for points themselves. Now, I will say as well, without access to any ranged attackers, it is a little bit more difficult to score the killing while on an objective, because of course being able to tow like the back end of your battle tank or something onto an objective and then fire into a unit in order to destroy it does mean that those 3 points are available very easily. Rhina can try to position around those 3 kill points per turn and prevent those from scoring out. The big question here, I think, is going to be whether or not he pushes aggressively with Samael onto the expansion objective. We did see an Oath of Bowman go down onto the Vanguard veterans there. The quandary is going to be how much he values that 1 turn of score disruption. Land Raider moving out, which is going to force a massive Overwatch threat into this whole area. I think you just bank a command point to Overwatch basically every time here. And we don't have any command point disruption for the Blood Angels player, so that Overwatch is just going to be, full power.
We'll advance
A little bit worried about the Blood Angels' capacity to deal with this, especially because they also, a downside of Stormline's Task Force in comparison to a lot of other detachments like Gladius, for example, is that it does tend to have a relatively low armor penetration characteristic. You have a lot of AP1 and AP2 weapons, and going into a 2+ armor save like that can make this incredibly inconsistent. So that Land Raider is going to be brutal. Looks like we are considering jumping Samael up into the center here. Nope, just kidding. He does give his unit mobile so they can go through the dense terrain, but I guess that's not where we're going. Incredible. Why is there a Land Raider Redeemer? Because they're very good. I don't know what else to tell you. The big thing here is that Company of Hunters gives you advance and shoot on every single gun in your entire army. So Land Raider Redeemers, like the big downside, of course, is that their threat range is relatively predictable. They move 12 and they shoot 12, and that's about it. You can, in many cases, dodge their movement simply by being out of range. Company of Hunters does make it much more difficult to achieve that. I don't know if Rena has anything inside the Land Raider. He doesn't. Yeah.
There we go.
Sometimes you see like little units like Inner Circle Companions or something like that inside as a little bit of a guard unit, I guess, for the Land Raider. But I think that the list, because they don't get many benefits from Company of Hunters, they only get advance and shoot, which is not very helpful. I don't think that it's particularly efficient for him. He does have the opportunity to, later on in the game, take some of his utility infantry and embark them inside the Land Raider as well, which can be helpful.
Just put them here. Come on, babe.
I think a particular note about this build of Company of Hunters is that it is not focused super heavily on the Alpha Strike. We do see some versions of this Dark Flight Pursuit build that are like taking Recon Hunter plus a bunch, like a big giant brick. I think we do have Recon Hunter actually on the champion. But the idea being that like we take multiple scouting units and very fast units, and they can push across the table on turn 1, and they can basically jail the opponent using bikes and land speeders. This list isn't really trying to do that. It just has the one threat on the top of one, which is Samael's brick. If you give it something to charge, it might take it, but it's expensive, and it's a little bit better as a late game piece. So this army, I think, in specific, is trying to play longer, maybe slightly more consistent game plan, rather than assuming it's gonna just sort of tempo its opponent out. We did watch that over the course of the weekend at Lone Star Open. We watched a game with Company of Hunters into Legion of Excess, and unfortunately, it did not go well for Company of Hunters there. They ran right into Thief of Pain, did very little damage, plus the Masks aura, and fell apart. And because they didn't have this very consistent like weapons platform, they did sort of they lost control of the middle of the table. Once their bikers were dead, it was all kind of over. This army doesn't really have that issue. It also forces people forward to fight Lionel Johnson, which of course is very valuable, and he's going to be an absolutely brutal piece in this particular matchup. He's very good at killing Space Marine bodies, of which the entire army is composed.
And this motor you can charge 24.
Yeah, this Blood Angels list is a list after my own heart for sure. I have been on a recent trend of simply removing every gun from my army. And this list is basically just what I played Tyranids, but it's in Blood Angels. Which is sick. Stormlands plus Legacy of Grace.
Thunderstrike.
That's pretty cool.
Let's do normally.
Is this like there's like a little bit of overlap there though, right? Because Legacy of Grace gives you, oh, it's +1 to advance and charge. Yeah, that's pretty good. I was thinking of the Sanguinary Guard one that gives you fallback and charge, but that's not super helpful if you're playing Stormlands because you already get fallback and charge from Stormlands Task Force. No Zoanthropes. No, I cut the Zoanthropes. I dropped the Zoanthropes like they were hot. Not a single Zoanthrope. I have a Biovore, I have Swarm Lord's Torrent Weapon, and I have 3 Venom Blasts. And that's it. I think I'll probably do a member video about my Tyranid list. I do love it very much. We just had an insane game yesterday where I fought 2 Bane Blades and somehow pulled it out with nothing but Tyranid melee.
Should try some crazy stuff.
Legacy gives you priority assets. Yeah, that's massive.
He's just
Considering the screen out in the back line here, a little bit tough because we're using the scouts to body block the charge onto Lionel Johnson. So we're going to have to use a whole land speeder vengeance in order to prevent scouts, deep strikes in the back line. We do have reserves for Blood Offie. We should, of course, keep in mind there's 2 more units of Sanguinary Guard alongside attached captains inside Strat Reserve. Of course, we can use one of those captains to rapid ingress for free. I do think if Blood Offie is able to push the top side, both players have good staging points into each other's expansion objectives. However, it is more beneficial for this makes sense, for the take and hold player to actually take territory. Rhina doesn't really score very much for taking objectives. However, the take and hold player can score multiple points for holding multiple objectives. So if he's able to, for example, retain control of his opponent's expansion objective, retain control of his objective for some amount of time, and then potentially threaten the middle, he can kind of collapse Rhina into this little ball in the corner over here, which makes it very difficult for the recon to score their own primary, because they have to be in all 4 table quarters.
Just keep my courage at 3 CP. Just keep him coach and kick it over to you.
Thank you.
Play Tau way too much. Whenever someone stands in the open with no fear, you die. Yeah, I think against Tau, I don't think Rhino would have deployed this aggressively. It is the downside of playing all melee on the Blood Angel side, is that your opponent gets to kind of play in the sprinkler and do whatever they want. I do think, to some extent, it's likely we're going to see maybe a light push here to try to contest the expansion objective. Sorry, I had to sneeze there, chat. 1 sec. And then pushing rapid ingresses into that threat into that side to try to get at the land speeder vengeances. The vengeances are absolutely ruinous to a lot of these Blood Angels units, especially because they can fire flat 3 damage blast weapons. So against the large 6-man Sanguinary Guard squads, a single vengeance attack could net like 100 points of value. So the real question is what we're going to see here.
So it's a little further.
This brick for Rhino feels so difficult to engage with. I almost wonder if Blood Offie simply leaves. If he just goes, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to deal with this. Let's get a quick score update here as we are going through. We are back to top of 2. No secondaries scored for either player. Assassination and Plunder are on the table for Rhina. He is in a good position to score Plunder next round, of course, which is going to be helpful. Rhina did not even score his primary sort of table quarter control mission. 4 points scored for primary for Blood Offie, and we are up to top of 2. Secondaries drawn. We did get rid of Beacon. Secondaries drawn will be... Let's see if I can... Oh, oops.
These are one piece as well, so you see through.
But this is dense.
Yeah.
And it's solid.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's,
I messed something up. That's okay. We did get rid of Beacon, so we're sitting on Burden of Trust currently.
First, let's advance the companies.
All right.
Let's go 14. That means, let me save this guy.
Should be an 8.
This is an 8 with a reroll.
Yep.
Let's reroll the advance roll.
All right.
5.
Throw everyone in, fail, and then concede. Easy. Here we go. Battle is about to be joined here. We do have a Death Company Marine squad. Is this Lamarty's unit?
5.
I think it is. So it's a 10 man with -1 damage.
Right.
This is a... Unfortunately, it's an imperfect unit to deal with the Vengeances, because the Vengeances can overpower the -1 damage with 3 damage blast attacks. That said, if we are able to get a couple of the heavy weapons, the Vengeances are not hard to kill, especially in melee. I think they have a 5+ invulnerable save, but if you just got a couple of the heavy weapons inside these Death Company Marines, they do have natural reroll hits. There is a non-zero chance they'll just knock that guy out, especially with Lance. If they can kill one of the Vengeances and the Ravenwing Black Knights and steal the objective, we're going to be off to the races, especially because between -1 damage and a Feel No Pain, there is a chance that they blank the other 2 Vengeances if nothing goes crazy. It is going to force a bit of a reposition from Rhina as well, because he's going to have to get back into hidden range, and that may alleviate some pressure off of this expansion side here for the Blood Angels. I like this string from the Death Company. We're looking to maximize any big charges we potentially get. This is a pretty common tactic we see, a little positional sort of piece of advice. When you are trying to play these big melee units, you want to give yourself the opportunity to capitalize on long charges, right? Long charges are just a fact of life in 11th edition 40k. It's a thing
15.
you can use to... sort of push the envelope in your favor, but it only works if you get the correct dice and are in their correct position to unlock it.
So it's 2d. So it should be...
Nirgo Match in chat. What's up, my guy? How's it going? Nice to see you.
So 6.
Yeah.
Looking for a 6-inch charge with an Assault Intercessor squad. Not likely to kill a Stormspeeder Thunderstrike, but may just beat up on it a little bit. Force a fallback, I guess. No, it looks like we're going to go over into the other side of the table. That allows potentially for more attacks into the Ravenwing Black Knights, and if you don't engage the Vengeance with the charge, unless we see a heroic intervention from these Incursors, which would likely just spell doom for that unit, we could see an overrun fight triggered off of the Black Knights with the Death Company to allow a second phase of pile-in to get more attacks into the Vengeance. No Magnus for hazardous unranged weapons. Dude, classic.
I can come here.
My favorite part of that has a whole story, and if this is from our Wednesday live stream chat, if you don't know what we're talking about, my favorite part about that whole story is that I didn't even know how that ability worked because despite being a longtime Thousand Suns player, I have never used it, not a single time. It's really bad. Incredible.
28, 27.
Blood is just declaring a walk right now. Are we considering an auto 6 advance here? No way, dude.
8, 7. Or here, that's
There's no way. I guess it's Dante, so it's +1 to charge, right?
Or here.
Dude. This is a log. So we can pay 2 command points inside Stormlands Task Force to get an auto 6 advance to move 18 inches.
I think I should. So if I do the 19,
That's full throttle. Oh, excuse me, it's mounted only.
Here.
Mounted or vehicles? I think I misspoke earlier there, chat. Did we just naturally roll the 6?
No, I think I don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay. It's like, this is aggressive. Maybe you were right for a moment there, Pepcak. Where you're like, let's just hit a fucking 10-inch charge. Easy game. We're just going to charge. We're going to kill 2 scout squads with Dante, and then we're going to call it a day. We'll engage the Land Raider Redeemer, and yeah, that'll be it. I think that might have been a little bit too much, maybe. We do just have 1 Stormspeeder Thunderstrike in reserve for Rhina. Fortunately, a little bit of a benefit of the Blood Angels composition here is because they have no monsters or vehicles, the Thunderstrikes are kind of a limited utility. So Rhina's likely to use it simply as a scoring piece, right? He can drop it onto objectives to reinforce scoring there. He can drop it into table quarters to get his reconnaissance bonus.
Yeah,
and they're okay into the Sanguinary Guard. It's like 3 anti-tank guns and then a couple of crack grenades. It's not nothing for sure, but it's only likely kills 2 Space Marines or so per activation. Not exactly a land speeder vengeance round of shooting.
Yeah.
Most matters the back guys. The front guys is a lot. So the 18 will bring me...
It's a 50-50. Either he hits the 10 or he doesn't. Absolutely. That is how math works. I mean, with Dante's +1 and a command point reroll, it is actually close to a 50-50, right?
A bit further out.
It's like a 9 with a reroll, which is like whatever it is, 52% chance or something. How crazy does triple 1 detachment point Blood Angel sound? Character plus Vengeful plus the Sanguinary Guard detachment? That sounds good. Do you have access to... I know that the character detachment gives you threat range amp. Do you have access to it anywhere else? Because Vengeful doesn't, right? It just makes you hit harder when you get there. And the other one is Legacy of Grace, which gives you...
They have to think.
Yeah, also like +1 to charge. Yeah, I think the danger would be that you're a little slow. And Angelic Inheritors has in the past been able to utilize relatively slow Blood Angels to some extent, but you do lose a little bit of the flexibility that you get inside that detachment, which allows you to shoot relatively well. That gives you some bonuses in the fight in the shooting phase, which it doesn't seem like those detachments do. So I would be a little bit worried about because if you're all melee all the time, you're you live or die on threat range, right? And if you don't have maximal threat range, then I think you're going to have a little bit of trouble.
So I can measure 12 of them that I don't see and see.
It is like a massive toolbox, though. You are just stacking a million abilities once you get there, which is cool.
That's maybe...
Yeah, I mean, it could be good. I thought that Angelic Inheritors was pretty bad in 10th edition, but people did they sure proved me wrong eventually.
So if you do this, because this
This is
is in
hidden.
range, and I see this guy. Yeah, but I mean,
I want him to be hidden.
right.
Uh,
But same thing if I see this guy, I can.
yeah, the issue is the
Range
Land
to this
Raider is
guy.
in the terrain feature right now.
You can.
So they're trying to dodge
range
Overwatch, but it's
this
really tough.
guy, but
So
you
the
don't see him,
downside of
and he's
the
outside of duel.
Yeah, but you can draw range to a model you don't see.
Yeah.
And if I see the unit, I can shoot the unit and draw range to an model. It's not a great rule, but that's what I decided to do.
It is an interesting role. I think a lot of it's a little bit of culture shock. We've gone through so many editions of not playing with those mechanics, and
So if you
playing
want-
with
if you
them
have
now
any
is a little
model
bit
with
different.
control, you need to make sure I can't see any of your models, basically.
Can I explain how Samuel is able to lead Outriders plus a command squad? So
Whatever models
the
you
command
can
squad is
control.
a support character, so they can join an Outrider unit alongside Samuel. Samuel's a leader, and you can attach both a leader and a support to a single bodyguard. So you get both. The benefit is that, of course, the Outriders give everything in the squad +1 damage, +1 strength and damage on the charge. And that's going to improve the output of both Samuel and the Ravenwing champion. So the Ravenwing champion gives the unit Scout from Recon Hunter, and then you get, he's, I think, 6 attacks at 522, so he goes to 623. And then Samuel's another 6 attacks at 632, so he goes to 743, sustain 2. So as long as you're not punching up into like crazy toughness characteristics, this unit probably just like scouts forward, advances forward with +1, goes through walls because of mobile, and then just hits something and kills it. That unit's going to be very, very important to keep track of over the course of this game because they are extremely lethal to basically everything they touch right here. Yeah, we are in the classic Take and Hold mission, Purge and Secure, which everyone confuses for a Purge mission because it literally says Purge on it, but it is, in fact, a Take and Hold mission. The number of times people have been confused about that is crazy. I don't know why they called it that, but they did. So it looks like Blood Offie here is going to be... So basically refused flanking up in the corner, just leaving the Dark Angels in the dust and using his mobility to escape. Little bit of a danger of some of these plasma talents going back into them, but they're unlikely to be in
these guys.
rapid fire range, so not too much damage actually expected.
13. Oh, they're fine.
Priority assets, just like a simulation swarm.
Let's go charges.
I was almost
with the Death Company first.
I was almost swayed by the siren call of the assimilation swarm the other day. I'm building a like Hormagaunt horde list, and I was like, is assimilation the best place to play this? It might be, but I played it in Invasion Fleet, and I did not regret it. I played it last night. That detachment is extremely good.
Depends who's closer, right?
I got a 5-up critical lethal sustain hyper-adapted unit into 2 monsters and killed both of them. It's like, this is insane.
So even if you're within 5 here, you need to go closer to this unit, which means you have to go sideways.
Disengage, select piling target, every unit engage, okay, while moving closer, correct.
One CP -1 to hit. Cool, man. In Unending, in Endless Swarm? Or I could pay a command point to give the entire unit a 5+ field open. Which one of those is better, chat? You tell me. A very good defensive stratagem? No way. Games Workshop Samuel looks meh. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. There is not a stratagem to get an auto 6 in the advance. There is one in the detachment, but it only works on vehicles. I think I misspoke at one point.
The other guys, 8.
You just have to bring a guy a little bit closer. I do Lamarte, so that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
8.
8, all right.
So I think we might try to turn on an overrun fight here. Basically, if Blood Offie is able to pile most of his heavy weapons towards the center of this objective, and then kills the Black Knights with the Intercessor Squad, he could be unlock an overrun fight with the Death Company to hit both the Vengeance and the Incursors. I don't. It's almost certainly requires Lance for the Intercessors to kill the Black Knights, and I don't know if necessarily he has the capacity for that. I also don't know where Oath of Moment went. Did we forget to place it? It only matters for the Intercessor charge here because the Blood Death Company are going to get rerolls anyway. But it is relevant. We've reached the endpoint where stepper costs need to be 40 instead of 10. Like Stairmasters? I'd get a Stairmaster if it was $40.
Briong 6931 donated $5 through Super Chat. Can we look at the Nephilim jet fighter? That thing is amazing in Raven Wing with its crazy number of shots. Also flat -1 to wound.
I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily call his number of shots crazy.
Remember,
it's like
to this,
13, right? We did talk about it, I think, on release for a while. I think the consensus, at least the way that I felt it, is that it's like a little expensive. So it has 3 missile shots at a strength 8. It has 10 mega bolter shots and a twin heavy bolter. So 13 2-damage shots that are either twin linked or not. And then 3 missile shots, which is, I mean, it's fine damage output, but the problem is that you're spending 180 for it, which is like a lot. The -1 to wound is very good though. I will accede to that for sure. The downside, of course, being that it is only toughness 8. So most things are wounding it like essentially at +1 if you compare it to an equivalent medium tank. Like a Land Raider or a Predator is going to be too higher toughness. This one gets -1 to be wounded. Of course, it is an aircraft, so it has like the maneuverability, but it also means that it doesn't synergize quite as well with a lot of the Raven Wing stuff.
No.
I think we're trying to combat bounce here, but I do not know if that's possible. That seems incredibly optimistic for Rida.
I think we're fine here.
Yeah, I don't think he can really go anywhere if he's trying to pull bottles out of engagement.
Let's start with the JPIs.
Yeah, we're gonna see if the JPI kill these guys. Do we pay for Lance here?
I'll use the Lance.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, so before you start rolling, let's see. You have 16 chainsaws, you have 1 power fist. I'll build armor contempt.
More like 25?
I'm starting with the damage 1 weapons first.
Why does it shoot 25 shots?
3 rerolling 1s.
Yep.
And 4s.
Yep.
6.
Alright, 3 ups. We'll fail 3, so we'll use him and take 2. We'll take them.
Oh no, I don't think we're gonna do it, chat. We're gonna leave 1 Raven Wing barely alive, 1 Black Knight barely alive. So we didn't clear the unit, we don't unlock the overrun fight, and these guys are gonna kill 1 Black Knight for the entirety of Lamarty's activation. Yikes, dude. That was a well-spent Armor of Contempt there on Rhina's side to keep that one dude alive. I think we needed Oath of Moment on these guys.
Same
If
different.
we were gonna try to kill them, we go all in. And
Threes.
I guess like you can't
You
really shoot
have
them. To be fair,
8. AP2.
but
I'm dead.
with advancing and sharding. But yeah, that's unfortunate. There could have been some value potentially if we kill them with the Death Company, and of course you get an overrun with the Assault Intercessors. But the downside is that the upside, of course, is the Death Company get to swing into the Vengeance and kill it. Now they're going to be shot by all 3 Vengeances in the Crackback. Oh boy. Yikes, chat.
So let's do engaging consolidation.
Yep.
This will storm an objective, which is good for primary for Blood Offie, of course. He got 4 at the start of the turn already. And removing those utility units does make it tougher for Rhina to actually score his own primary.
And these guys will do objective.
No prisoners only
consolidation.
scores out for 1, though. So I think what we see is 3 points. We did destroy a unit with a unit on an objective. So that's going to get us 3 for Purge and Secure.
I mean, you can just block that
Potentially
again,
2
so-
points for no prisoners, but I don't know if
touch
those were on the
the guy.
objective for overwhelming. I'm sure we'll learn in a second here.
You can go ahead if you want to.
He did roll mortals on the charge. It did 2. It was a very, very marginally under. But yeah, it did plink a guy for a couple. I think that we forgot to put Oath of Moment down, chat, and I think that had a big
You
impact.
just can't engage me, is the only thing to keep in mind here.
You have Hal.
Yeah, I have, so you'll have to be a little further away.
At a match where Sekatar redeployed from Armon, blocked your scout move, overwatched the scouting unit to death.
Yep.
Brutal.
0.1.
That is one of the many reasons that scout moves or that Sekatars are incredible.
That's the end of my turn.
All right.
I score.
will fight
Ah,
with
you
my
fight. You
cursors.
fight. Yes, yes.
And we'll just go here and here. Fight with 5 incursors, 15 attacks, on 3s with sustained, 1 stays, on 4s, 3 AP1. Right, we will kill a guy. Woohoo. And consolidation.
Death Company Marine dies to the Incursor
How much
melee.
shit do you have here?
Brother.
Less
Are you kidding me?
So, I did overwhelming for 3.
Yep. Wait, yes, you did. Yep.
Yes,
They
yes,
were on
they
this
were
one.
right.
Yep.
I'll discard clans for SCP. I kill the unit on an objective.
Yep.
I control 1 objective that I did not control at the start of the turn.
For sure.
I go to home and please go.
Yep.
Yeah, it went.
All right. We will get secure forward. That's nice. Line of same auras. We will out these guys over here. Mortis King. Anything else we need to do? I don't think so. Any battle tracks? No. Oh, sorry. These guys want to do up. They're just gonna go up.
Draws for Rhina here. Secure no man's land forward position. Kind of an insane draw, honestly. Rhina has, because the Blood Angels have been forced to pull back so far, Rhina has like perfect board control right now. So it's going to make it very difficult for his opponent to get stuck in. He's basically just going to rip a ton of points off the top here.
3 mortals.
For
3 mortals. So we lose a guy.
From secondaries.
1 is down to 1.
Right. Let's see. We don't actually have to. You just go 5 there, basically. What should we in that? Well, we can start by moving the Land Raider. It's just going to go here, basically. See these guys. We will wait with that. We're gonna follow like these guys.
Chad, I'm going to turn the player mics up a little bit. They are very quiet on my end. I don't know if that is the same for you guys.
Have something here potentially. Could put the scouts here. So well, he's probably going here.
I think it might just be that they're quiet. Let me know if that looks good. If that sounds good.
I think we will advance to Redeemer. You can go 15. So you just go basically.
Got to arm on better in Ritual.
A little further up.
As opposed to Warp Force Cabal.
Watching here, you can see over, and you can see over this way as well. So we can shoot.
That's better? Awesome.
To be over
yeah,
here.
I think, I know Rhina is just like famously kind of soft-spoken, so.
Just want to cover the objective.
Probably that he's just talking quietly. By the way, chat, we will have a T5S2 finals game scheduled tomorrow. It's going to be Chaos Demons versus Tau Empire. That's Ricochet versus Majunior. Please come hang out with me for that one. We get to watch that cool Cavalcade of Chaos army.
Why don't we just bring down this guy here, maybe?
Which, of course, is always one of my favorites.
You can just go here. You'll have to bring up these guys to kill him.
Excuse me, Sunday, not tomorrow. We have a different game scheduled tomorrow. My bad.
Oh, we can do this.
It's on my calendar, but I don't think I put an event up for it yet. That is...
1.9,
Oh, I didn't put it on my calendar at all. Excuse me, chat. We do have a game tomorrow morning. I want to say that is
here.
Group C finals.
6 from the Martins. So
but now I have to fact check myself. Yes.
That's
a Sin Kane versus Adarin. My bad, chat. I just didn't put it on my calendar like a goober.
15. There. Yes,
that gives me a good excuse to do that so that I can redirect everybody tomorrow or at the end of the stream.
Basically here. Well, on this side.
We are getting, fortunately, to the end of the invitational group stage. We'll be off to elimination stages, probably starting in a week or so. I do have to travel quite a bit next week, or not quite a bit, but we're going Summer Slaughter next week for coverage.
Here's a 5, which means we can go 17. Let's go here. And then we want to this guy, he's gonna go here.
You know I can reactive, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll go.
It's a nice call out from Blood Offy here,
just
reminding him of the
These guys will
Stormlance
just wait
reactive
for it
move.
to fall back.
Who remembers when that was usable on literally anything? Pretty wild. The reactive move
We'll
Land
just
Raiders and
wait
stuff.
with them. No, that's stupid. We'll move them first. They'll be here. We'll move this guy outside of your 8.
Mm-hmm.
They'll stay there, and then we'll keep the scouts. They will go here. He will want to go here. You can see this way, That should be outside of 8.
Mm-hmm.
These guys. Honestly, don't mind them standing here. This unit. Always there, so this unit is just shootable from over here. We will advance this thunder strike. We can go 20, so he will just go, I think, over here, staying 6. Actually, I probably want to stay 8 from these. Might as well. Over here. Just going outside of that. That means maybe here. Let me shoot you. In here is what I suppose. Just one unit. You drop it here. So maybe right move is just drop something here. So if he goes around everything, 5, 10, 14 plus 6.
All right, chat. The event is on the calendar.
There. You could drop a unit. You need to deal with this. We'll advance these incursors. They go 8. They would go untouched. They will move into the middle. This shoots with this. Spare shooting goes here. He goes. This needs to go. This down. The unit here. These are kind of out. They can all hit this. Not really avoid it either. Please move this way.
How does Blood Angels have 5 command points? They have gained. They spent, I believe, only 1, and they've discarded every turn. So they've gained. Basically 4 base command points. Gained 2 from discarding secondaries, and spent 1, which, if my math is correct, equals 5. Do we figure out the ritual enhancement? Yeah, I believe that I have a ruling for it on my rulings document after our interesting discussion about it.
I
can pull up exactly what I wrote.
5, so they go 18. Should go this way, and if you right
the Curse of Life enhancement adds 3 to the total healed by Sorceress Invigoration if any of the healed wounds are applied to the character with the enhancement. For example, a sorcerer with 1 missing wound that triggers Sorceress Invigoration determines the D3 wounds healed, applies the first wound to himself, then adds 3 to the total remaining healed wounds available that can subsequently be applied to his bodyguard models. So essentially, if the model with the enhancement is affected by your heal, you increase the total of the total value healed by 3. So it becomes a D3 plus 3 to the unit if the model accepts any of those wounds, essentially. So generally, if his unit is destroyed and he's wounded and then he heals, you're going to get 3 extra wounds into the unit, back into the unit. It's a very weird enhancement, but that's because it's probably typoed on Games Workshop's end. But I think that's the only reasonable way to rule it. Without, like, basically just violating the verbiage.
Good, what's 5 attacks, 6 attacks. Then it's going to cut all of them.
Cool AdMech tomorrow, cooler demons on Sunday. For sure, chat. It's gonna be sick. I also have a game tomorrow night as well, 9 p.m. We had to reschedule because of this game. I was actually going to be playing right now until this game got scheduled, and then we ended up moving that. So that's happening tomorrow. So 2 games tomorrow, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. So regardless of where you're at, we're going to have some 40K for you on the stream. I play all my games over on Twitch, !Twitch in chat if you want to get access to that. And then those go to my second channel as well. We did just have a banger of a video on the second channel about WTC. Kind of a funny meltdown that the community had.
Can't put any into this unless you go here.
The app is
So we go down
infallible.
Here.
I've never seen the 40K app be wrong for sure in my entire life.
Ingress like in here. And here. Yes, but there's a lot of things to it. But if you're ingressing here, you just get shot, right? So you don't think that you would go here. Can't really go there. It really fit in here. They just stay. Should go here. Can't go in the middle. There, there. Not gonna let you go here. So I mean, if you just go here, put him behind. Go 17.
So being very cognizant of Dante's threat range here, you do not want to lose that Samael brick. Especially with the new fight first rules, Lionel Johnson can be very dangerous as a defensive piece, but you will get you'll allow the Sanguinary Guard, if they end up making that charge, to to swing first, so you'll almost certainly lose Samael's unit before the Lion gets to attack.
Lion. You've got 10. I think he's just happy here.
Storm Speeder Thunderstrike's just kind of acting as body blocks, I think.
Yeah.
Secure No Man's Land should be completed momentarily here for Rhina. He does have the Land
They still
Raider on
have to
the
come from the
Blood Angel
same
expansion
side.
objective for 5OC.
No,
We should take it.
You get to pick one or more budgets now. Reserves. Oh, well, with stretch reserves. So if we go like this. And this is closed all the way out. You can try and go in here. This guy still has to move. You could just stay here because you can just screenshot as well. So you screenshot to here. So you screen that to here.
Yeah, the
Screen
screening here is relatively good. Obviously, this is a very good staging point that the Sanguinary Guard do want to get into. The Stormspeeder Thunderstrike screens that out and then allows them to drop back here, but only if they accept the Landspeeder Vengeance shooting at them. That said, I do think that there's probably a position where Blood Offie can drop a unit in this area, but keep them hidden inside this terrain area right here, which would allow them to dodge the Landspeeder Vengeance. Anything going into the center is susceptible to the Land Raider Redeemer, of course.
Let me remove everything and check. And the strat.
And then we're going to see where we want Sanguinary Guard to end up.
Okay. First, let's check these lines here. what's important is
I should give
approximately
Games Workshop
this one.
$60.
Yep.
Oh, I just bought 2
More.
hyper adapted Ravener units.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Put it 9.
That's more than
Yeah,
$60.
9 is better.
Basically fine.
Those are expensive models.
Basically, I can put one guy here, take the hidden 12.
Yeah.
Jeez,
rest
that is an
can go
aggressive,
should
position.
buy one,
Holy
2.
crap. We're going to try to rapid
Like-
ingress into this spot?
Or 3.
Basically
Second
chain
that
around
I
the corner
can
here?
do is
You
if I
almost
put this
certainly get
guy
hit by like a
here,
Thunder Strike and a couple Plasma Talons and a Vengeance, right? At least one
checkmate.
Vengeance, if not more than one.
And if I can be
That's
seen.
so aggressive.
So the line of sight of the Land Raider is this one.
Gonna try to dodge the Land Raider Overwatch here. Or shooting. We're within it, you
This
know.
guy here.
Yep.
A little bit more. No, I cannot deploy this guy here, of course.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Put this guy
Unga
here.
bunga.
Can
Indeed.
put this guy
So basically trying to block
here.
the Land Raider's true line of sight because
But
these
I
little
cannot
walls will prevent it
place
from shooting.
another
It is
one
in the
to
terrain
take it,
feature, so it
'cause
can
it's OC4, right?
fire through the template
Or
itself, of
CD5.
course, but it can't fire through the
OC5,
actual
so I
terrain.
need another one to
So right
take
now
the
it is
objective.
blocked. If these guys jump in over here, you're gonna eat one Storm Speeder
now
Thunder
let
Strike
me
round of
check
shooting. Okay,
this
nope,
one
not
then.
doing that. Going over here.
So Captain.
Dude, this is
They are right here.
this drop is nuts.
Let's just check manually.
Yes, so Company of
no.
Hunters gives every single unit in the Dark Angels army the ability to advance and still perform ranged attacks.
Okay, and then the basically is range is
It's
low.
one of the most wide,
Yeah.
like
Is it 36?
Some are
widespread
36, then
detachment
24
abilities,
on
I
the
think, like
bolters,
sort of
18 on
wide-ranging
the
detachment
plasma.
abilities in the game.
This
Gives your
is
entire
based
army
on
advance,
all-
shoot,
all
and a
shoots
lot of
here,
your army
all
advance and
guys.
charge and fall back and do stuff. It's like
And you
Firestorm
can
Assault
explode
Force on
there, then you can
steroids.
shot-
Mm.
Then it's only this guy down here that could shoot you.
Only this guy. Mm.
No, I mean this Vengeance, because this guy is like basically the same line, and it's
Kind
I
of
don't care
obnoxious
about
at the
this guy,
Storm
he's
Speeder's
just
frame measure.
and it's just
They are
24,
not that
so it's
much
pretty
off of their
standard.
base.
So I
That
can
does like just make
deploy
measuring really
here
awkward to
and
them,
be
unfortunately.
seen only by this guy and roll
Yep.
the dices.
It's very good. Yeah,
And
so
the
the
other
combination of
one
the two
is-
detachments, Company of Hunters, of course, gives you all of that capacity to advance and shoot. It also gives you advance and charge on your mounted units, as well as the commensurate abilities to fall back. So you gain assault
Okay.
army wide. You gain eligibility to shoot while falling back. Mounted units gain assault, can fall back or advance, shoot, and charge. So they can basically do whatever they want and still shoot their ranged attacks. And then Dark Flight Pursuit gives you ignore cover on all the speeders. So a lot of times what you're going to be doing is being able to fire those speeders into a protected enemy, getting that ignore cover. You then apply a +1 to wound with the Storm Speeder Thunder Strike, and then all of the plasma shooting that's getting that advance and shoot is going to get into line of sight, and then with +1 to wound, they wound most targets on 4s or maybe 3s, which means that they're very good into a wide variety. Accepting the shot from the Landspeeder Vengeance and the Thunder Strike here, I assume, onto these Sanguinary Guard potentially. Oh, maybe we're not. We'll just see how things go, I guess. Yeah, not even 3 detachment points, yeah. There's a reason
Outside
that
the
this
12,
combination
the
of effects
hidden
is
12
incredibly...
rule.
this combination of detachments is incredibly popular.
Uh,
Probably
this
one
guy
of,
as
if not
well.
the highest performing Space Marine detachment combinations in the current metagame.
Let me do them blue. And then line of sight.
So the consideration, I think, is that
Here.
because the Sanguinary Guard advance and charge, we don't really need to accept too much damage in order to get them into threat range. We're just worried about being shot on the way in. Now, Killing the Redeemer is like,
Where's
I mean, the
yours?
Redeemer's
Okay, let's
priority,
go.
like basically public enemy #1 right here. He's so
Cool.
much damage into
Yeah,
these
we'll
like
start doing
Marine
some
equivalent
cheating.
bodies. He puts
We
everything
will
on their
not
invuln saves or worse. He kills
We will
most of the
search
infantry in the
Wait,
army
if I,
in
if
one shot.
I'll put the other
Outside
guy.
of the Sanguinary Guard, which you don't really want to
This
get
one.
cooked
Yeah,
anyway,
perfect.
and his Overwatch is incredibly
Same-
strong.
same-
There's
same
really no
position,
anti-Overwatch effects here.
Different unit.
You can just swap the captain if you want.
They just have swords, these guys.
Oh
That's the
yeah, fair
difference.
enough, fair enough. Yeah, go with it.
So same. 12.1 is here. The other
So we're
guy
going to go in with the
is
higher
here.
AP and Carmine
And the other
blades
guys.
rather than the spears. The spears have lance. Which will allow them to punch
There.
a little bit more easily.
And the rest. are-
But the big thing is
in
that you want the
between.
extra AP because you're probably going to lance strat anyway to kill these guys. You do get +1 strength in
Yeah,
the charge
that's
as well from the attached captain, so they go to strength 7 with +1 to wound. They're going to be wounding that Land Raider on 4s.
So
Pretty
let's
reasonable
start
chance they
with
kill it.
The incursors.
Armor of Contempt, of course, can throw some
Mhm.
wrenches in the work here, but it is a lot of attacks, 3 rolls.
10 shots.
The spooky part is probably weren't running into an Overwatch here. And I don't know if
Force.
there is any protection against Overwatch. I don't think there is. I
One.
think we're just going to have to eat it.
Right, plus 1 hit. Then we
Yeah. Just running up in there.
he's not shooting there, he's shooting there, he's shooting there. These first, if there's just that left, he can always shoot there. Would like to get rid of them, and Samuel can also shoot there. So we'll shoot this vengeance first into
Mhm.
Death Company, we'll overcharge.
Mhm.
We will do the assault cannon first. Twos, oath, and threes. 4 AP0.
Yeah, the ability of the Incursor is the Incursor's like just generated so much value here. They killed a guy in melee,
Right.
dropped a Haywire Mine, killed another guy, fell back, shot for +1 to hit for effective ignore
and
cover on
your
the rest of the army.
last
But because the
one
Lance Speeder's already ignore
Once.
cover, they're going to be just hitting on 2s
one
rerolling. So Lamarty's unit's going to get absolutely obliterated here.
last,
And then the Lance Speeder Vengeances, of
twos,
course, go to 3 damage on an
oath,
overcharge. So
twos.
even through the -1 damage, they will likely,
eight,
not guaranteed, but
eight.
likely kill a model on a failed save.
and damage 3. Comes damage 3.
AP? 2 or
AP3.
3?
AP3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So 6 times 2.
Yep.
Anybody wounded? Yes. So one guy died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead.
Alright.
Jesus.
Then we have Hazardous. We get to reroll. We're fine.
Yikes.
Cool. Then we have these 2 left. So we will do this Vengeance. He's in 50.
Vengeances are so good, chat. it's,
Right,
it's
yeah.
incredible.
Please.
Hey, we dodged. Did we dodge with
Mhm.
hidden?
So
No,
we will do him.
not
We'll
quite.
do the Plasma first.
Oh boy.
D6 plus
Brutal.
1, 5. On 2s.
We have Night Forge
Oath,
batteries on these guys too, so they get
16,
reroll a number of
5.
attacks as well.
AP2. Right, so friend dice, Lamata takes 2. Salt Cannon. 3 saves, no AP. Right. Okay, cool. Then we'll do. So this guy can always shoot. We will shoot Samuel's plasma cannon into these guys.
Mhm.
So you can see this guy. And that's all that's in range because you're hidden or out of. I guess we can maybe shoot a bolter. Let's check. Because like that, yeah. So if we're in range, he couldn't touch.
He can touch. The ones that couldn't
Yeah.
touch are these 2.
Yeah, okay. So it's these 2. So we'll shoot 2 bolters and Samuel's plasma cannon. Samuel, did 2 shots plus lost. 2 on 2s and 2s. 1 AP3. Right, the 2 bolters. Turning 2 AP1.
I think we're firing
Right,
a cover there.
good.
Doesn't matter though. Didn't
We
do
will
anything.
shoot the Thunderstrike into these guys. Start with the
It is
rocket
interesting
pod.
that like
2 shots on 3s.
it is kind of
One
random
six,
when you actually
one eight,
gain cover on infantry. Either
Second.
everyone's in cover or not. It's very
Missile,
rare that you get that
it's
situation where like
172, 183.
you can gain unobstructed
This
line,
is +1.
but
Last ones on 2s.
it does
and
happen.
on 2s. No, cool. Then we will shoot. Are we range here? No, we'll shoot this vengeance into these guys. We'll start with the bolter.
Let me show you these guys.
And I will.
Because this is the last
overcharge.
one that you can shoot, right?
Yep.
The last one. Yeah.
So you doing anything?
Yeah, armored.
Heavy bolter. 1 hit.
Armor of Contempt to attempt
No,
to hold the
plasma
objective
count.
back.
Okay, 7.
Could see a scout
Threes,
unit try to charge in to
and
retake it.
2s. Running it.
Although I
4,
don't-
83.
I guess have we already fired this land speeder? We can't get to the objective. Interesting.
8. 1 left. Cool.
Have you used smoke screen a single
Yes, it
time?
is.
Yeah, it's not a particularly strong
we're gonna
strategy.
be-
I think it's paying for the sins of 10th
No, it's
edition
fine.
potentially, where it was just like you windmill slammed it all the time.
Cool. And then
They did realize that like the glut of defensive
We'll
stratagems.
go here. We'll shoot
was
the Redeemer into
probably
these
problematic.
guys. Start with
Mhm.
flamers.
I
We
don't like
will,
that. I think like
make
smoke
a
screen almost
small
single-handed, like the
shoot
combination of
into
smoke plus
killer.
AOC basically
Push it
single-handedly
down to killer. Start with flamers. 8.
prevented the
7. 5 ups.
like multi-stratagem usage in 11th edition, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but
Get
It is
him.
what it is.
Cool.
Land Raider Redeemer cooks the entire
Then
intercessor
there's
unit here.
one
Oof.
guy. It's fine.
This is looking a little dire here, chats. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I think we will. Let's see. Secure by forward. Did assassinate. We'll just roll. Charge with the scouts. On 9, the increases can't charge because they fell back. So scouts gonna go in.
Oh my god, they
Get
hit the
in.
charge.
Good for them.
All right, intercessor.
3, 2,
We need you to
1.
survive a scout unit. Can you do it, buddy? It is melee scouts, 4 combat knives and a chainsword. Not that it makes a huge difference here,
Yeah.
because he will lose the objective regardless. That was a
a shouldn't be any heroics.
pretty important charge there for Rhino. I think if he charges into the Sanguinary Guard, he just loses the Storm Speeder here, so it seems
Base
unnecessary.
with this guy. Go here. Here. Actually, don't have to be within one. But we'll be there. Cool. Right. And I will fight. Be 12 plus 4, right? We will not do anything, we just fight you. 1 3s and 4s. 4 EP1. We do
He fails every save.
kill, then
Thanks.
we'll consolidate.
All right. Well, we're down to Sanguinary Guard. We did lose a bunch here this turn. But the nuggety center of the Blood Angels army hasn't really engaged yet. Lamarty's unit flubbing there was really unfortunate. Getting a Land Speeder Vengeance, of course, would have made a huge difference. I don't know if I think that we could have probably found a way to kill the last.
Let's see what we get. We will get.
What's the word?
We killed Lamartis and the.
Of the Black Knights, but like hindsight being 2020, it's really tough. You basically need to go in with the plasma pistols and pay a command point to shoot them, because you probably net 2-ish damage if you shoot into Oath of Bowman with the plasma pistol, and then you'll kill a guy on the charge. Then you'll lance. Then you'll kill the unit with the melee attacks from the Assault Intercessor Squad, and then you can push on with the Death Company. Then the Death Company. They likely still die, but you've at least taken a lot of pressure off that flank. But putting 2 units into one Ravenwing Black Knight squad and killing that is, an immense trade down. The dangerous part here is that, of course, we're going to have to lose some
Let's see the
efficiency
Land
going
Raider.
into this Land Raider. The Land
Go
Raider has access to
down,
AOC
Land
and Overwatch.
15, 17.
Yep.
Can you move, do the 12 inch from the Land Raider, please?
I'm going to try to
basically like
dodge
this.
the
It's a little off, but it's close enough. Let's see.
Overwatch
Yeah, 'cause
from the
it's-
Land Raider.
It's basically you can do it like this as well.
Actually, no, don't bother.
So if we can hit
That's the
Samael,
time that they tell you.
if we hit Samael with a Sanguinary Guard Squadron kill, yeah, I think that Blood Offy here is realizing that, like, well, the Land Raider is going to get to Overwatch, so fuck it, we ball. It doesn't matter so much. We'll get a score update here as we're moving these Chargers. We are into top of 3 here. Rhina with 15 points on secondary. Assassination. Scored. Secure no man's land. Scored. Forward position. Scored. Massive, massive score for the Dark Angels. Passes over to his opponent's turn. We're going to get hold 0, I think, for Blood Offy here. Don't know if we drew...
17.
Oh, we did draw secondaries. We scored Burden for 2. Bring it down and forward positions are the draws for the Blood Angels. It is unlikely he's going to score forward this turn. He does have, I believe he has exactly 1 million command points. Yeah, we're both down to 4.
Great.
And here is the great push. So basically, we are going to eat an Overwatch into one of the Sanguinary Guard squads. The question is going to be whether or not Rhina takes it into the unit that is going to charge the Land Raider or into the unit that goes into the bikers. I actually think that the correct answer is to try to preserve as many bikers as possible. You assume that the Land Raider is going to go down and give up Bring It Down.
Do you like to Overwatch?
Yes, we'll always stand there.
Yeah, that's the call.
Sure.
Basically, if he can pump resources into Samael and try to keep the characters alive in that unit, the characers hit so hard. Like 2 characters and an apothecary is basically like a perfect, selection of bottles remaining. If he's able to do that between heroically intervening, overwatching, and Armor of Contempting to protect against some of the lances, then he might be in a good spot.
1 hit. 1 trip. Cool.
Saved.
And Assault Cannon. 2 hits on 3s. I'm gonna fish. 1 dead.
Sorry. I rolled the... Yes, okay. So 1 guy... Yeah, it's fine. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Ouch.
Right,
Ouch, chat.
Grenade for free.
Yep.
Two mortals on the Land Raider.
2.
Yeah, like we
These guys
said,
are
about
shooting
100
Land
points of
Raider,
value out of every one of those
everybody's shooting
Overwatches.
Land
Land Raider recoups,
So
whatever, 40% of its own cost in just paying a command point there. Ooh,
No, 1 plasma.
you hate to see it.
Yes. No. Zardius. Fine.
We'll see if he dies, though. That's
And
going to be
then
the real
1, 2, 3,
question.
4 more. That's 8.
Yep.
Save.
And save. We are good.
I'll spend 1 CP for Dante to take assault.
All right.
Is it 6?
Yeah. I mean, you can be if you want to be in range. That's fine.
No. It's fine.
Okay. It's just for the action. It's 0.2.
It's not gonna shoot. Don't worry. Charges.
Okay. All right.
First Vanguard Vets.
All right.
7. Five. 2 more.
So this is a unit of 10. with the mastercrafted power weapons and a chaplain. So these guys have a built-in +1 to wound. Dante's unit's most likely going to get +1 to wound. Or, excuse me, the captain might actually not give +1 to wound. We might just roll on 5s here. The benefit of this multi-engagement is going to be that Blood Off is going to be able to see what the Vanguard veterans do with lethal hits and a bunch of stuff. I don't know if we declared Oath again. I guess the only place it makes sense is on the Land Raider. The Dante's unit does not need it because they get hitting on 2s rolling 1s anyway.
Yep.
These guys are going to likely be able to kill both the Incursors and the Land Raider, assuming that the dice don't go weird.
And you might want to care about
And the real question
here.
is going to be whether or not we can clear out Samael's unit.
If you don't
Who's the mine guy? This guy?
This guy. Yeah, so if you stay out of 3 of this guy, I have to pop it at the start of phase, so if you pile into range, I can't do it.
So he's
It's a
fine
nice
there.
call out from Rhina. Giving his opponent a little coaching.
These guys are charging.
Yep.
6. Let's reroll the charge roll. 9.
That is definitely enough.
One and a half hits to go. Dante's charging.
All right.
6.
5 and 6. Yep,
It's fine.
definitely good. This is, I'll just fix this. Let's fix this. Blah, blah, blah.
So this is a 8. This is a 7.5. So these two cannot move within 1.
These charges are not good. Besides that hit out of Deep Strike, these charges are not ideal. We really, really want to be able to get the hit here. Though danger, I'm so worried about this right now. I think we might want to get a higher charge here. The danger is that if you don't engage Samael's unit with all of the Sanguinary Guard here, then the Incursors intervene, mine you, and
Let's make
pin
it
your
targets.
pile in so you don't get that
Then
many
Incursors.
models engagement.
All right.
So you lose potentially an extra Sanguinary Guard,
So with 8,
and you can't fight Samael with the whole brick. That would be a disaster. So we are going to get mined, I think. Oh, man. Unfortunate that we're having a bit of a tough time here.
It's 7 inch heroic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Rhino does have the he does have the resources to intervene here. He did spend 1 on Overwatch.
So I want to put Dante here for coherency. And in order to do that, this guy that cannot go within 2 in anywhere, there has to come to end his charge here. So Dante needs to come here for coherency. And this guy with a 6. Can it finish within 2? It can. The other thing I can do, I can charge these guys as well. So if I charge these guys as well, I can put Dante here. He will keep coherency. And he can do this. Too much to elaborate.
We'd have to go here, right? Because you could go within 1. Because you made 4.6 here, and you would have 1.5 left.
Yeah. Okay, let's go everywhere, everything here. Then
Right.
it was enough.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so everyone is engaged with the Outriders. Oh, Just kidding, they're not. So if we decide to intervene with the incursors, we could pin 1 to 2 Sanguinary Guard from
Yes.
getting in there.
All right.
Let me restore to do it correctly. Restore position to do it as it should be. So this guy with her 6.
Yeah, this is a
can
really
go
important charge
here.
movement right here. So, like, the danger, of course, is that
this guy with his
if you
6
leave a couple
can
of
go
stragglers at the back here,
here.
the incursors could come in and just prevent them from piling in, so they don't get to fight Samael. Then you have the chance to kill them.
This guy with his 6, can he go there?
Oh, nice. Might be able to
What
extricate
we
ourselves
do.
from that intervention.
And this guy.
Now, obviously, like, there is a danger that you get intervened by
Yes.
Lionel Johnson. His movement's
That's
going
all
to
my
be a little
charges.
tough if he decides to do
I
it.
will definitely heroic. We're just gonna see here. We need a 5, but we need to actually place him.
Yeah, his big base is going to make things tough.
We could go save him. Probably not here. So we would need to go probably in here. Or just do these guys, try to pin you. Let's keep. I mean, we might as well just roll this, right? Because we can always go. Other times would be to do what you're gonna start here. We might not be able to interrupt anyway. Don't care if this dies. We could try to remove attacks here. It's like 2 guys. They have swords. They're gonna lance. They're gonna lethal with rerolls. Just heroic with the lion. See where it gets. See what we roll. We roll an 8. I mean, sure. Let's see.
We just make the charge anyway.
Well,
All right, fair enough.
we can go
That does
here
mean
if
we
want
dodge
to.
the incursor mine, of
Better
course.
position. Also go 5. Not here.
Easy game, chat. Just hit the 9-inch charge.
Go here. Right, we'll do that. Then you get a pylon.
Before that, please take a battle shock with -1 on Samael and Lion.
Samuel. They fail.
Oh, man.
Lion is fine.
Failure on Samuel's kind of big. That means there's no
Yeah.
armor of contempt or anything available.
So Samael is shocked.
Yep, yep.
That means
then.
that yeah, there's a non-zero chance we just we cook the most of the unit here. As long as Blood Offie can kill the apothecary, that's going to be
It's
a lot
fine.
of the output of the
It's
unit removed because it kills
Samael
the
has
outriders
frame.
permanently.
Yeah.
He's not then
Yeah,
allowed to
so
regenerate
he
models back.
Just sort out.
So I can do that. If I do
So
that,
base this guy, yeah.
and you have to be within closer than 0.1.
I like this move from
And
Dante. We're going to try to
Lion has
construct a
13
situation where we pin the front 2 outriders in a position where Samuel's
many
out of
tanks?
engagement range.
8 or 16.
So even
I
if
have
they
reroll once to
die,
hit that window.
unless the entire
This is
unit
one
gets
and
pulled out
4
of
for the base
engagement, he
because
doesn't
it
get to
doesn't
fight. So you basically, as long as you tag the Ravenwing champion, you're basically guaranteed to get the swing there.
so this one is based, and this one is based.
All right.
Then over here, let's see. Let's sidestep them.
Samuel has frame? Wait, is that true? No way. There's no way that's true.
Can a model fit here? Can.
I'm gonna melt down
you
if
just
if
drop-
that's
yeah, you're fine.
actually the case.
He's just falling over because it's not flat, but you're fine.
Within 2.
Oh my god, he does chat. What the fuck? Do we not just go through this with fucking Virtus Praetors? What? Why? That's incredibly dumb. That's incredibly
Is there any
dumb.
way that they don't engage you?
Why did we play this game, chat?
Hmm.
Who writes this
And everybody
bullshit?
fights.
Sure about that.
Why do we give Games Workshop $300 million a year?
No, okay. And here. Actually, I'm gonna go like this. So I'll start with Dante, of course.
Yeah, these two my opponents.
Yes, of course.
Alright, let's see. So he can move there. Then 1, 2, 2, which means we just stick our sword out.
They should have an AI have a go at it. I don't know if that's going
This
to
is
help
free
their
for
chat,
some
to be honest.
reason. He's pissed.
Yeah, the Virtus Praetor thing was like particularly egregious.
So, base.
It kind of feels like they
was
forgot that
best,
they
right?
had it on other mounted stuff, right?
This one is based, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Like Samuel's on a 60 mil base, like a 60 mil round. You do not need frame. Frame is for
And then these will just go there,
like models that have a tough time interacting with other models because of the size of their miniature, or if they don't have a base. If you have a 60 mil round base on a flight stand, you do not need frame. It just makes the game harder to play. It's incredibly dumb, chat.
Here. Right, then you get to fight.
That's not per year.
Okay.
Is that true? Is
Dante
it-
first
I
and
thought it
then
was
Sama.
$278
Yes, I went to Sama.
million in profit last year.
Okay.
I did just get a sponsorship
783
request
too?
from like an AI model
Alright,
generator,
7.
and I told them to fuck off. I was like, you are cancer. I told them to follow up with me when they choose to adopt a less parasitic business
We'll
model.
start on the outright, because these are swords, right? Oh, spears.
Here's.
So we could take these two die, then we take on these, then add these two left. Or we could... We'll start
An
on
AI
the
that plays
outriders.
chess. It's a bit of a false equivalence with
And
like
then the command squad.
a lot of
So
tabletop games,
those
'cause
the
chess
outriders
is
and
solvable,
two to the ancient.
because there's no variance in it. Because Warhammer 40k has so much variance, it's very difficult to solve for computers, software, like
And
computer
12
systems.
more.
Yep. And this is strength.
6 with +1 to wound.
Oh, you did lance. Okay.
No, they have spears.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, for sure. It's not following me. You're all good. Alright, so let's see. So we will lose.
So that is going to kill the Ravenwing
Kills 1, kills 2, kills 3. Kill these guys and some
command. Yep.
But,
Which means no more Outriders. They're gone forever.
This kills
That's a
one
big deal.
guy. This kills one guy. Wait, that's revert. So this kills the wounded guy. This kills the next guy.
Learn to abuse
And then
rules
this kills the
mistakes.
last
I mean,
guy,
I
and then this
guess.
works on Samuel.
I can't pretend that I am
So just some left.
I am
Wait,
you
and
want to-
then
like learned it enough
I
in
fight with an alliance. He
how
fights.
LLMs like
Mhm.
process learning data to
And we will do
assume that that's how that works, but maybe.
good lance. Yeah, I think we do that. We will spin a sweep on lance first and sweep you.
Wait. AP,
AP3.
AP3.
Yep.
Yeah, go.
All right.
I definitely
one
think
is-
that
Yep. So 3.
AI is pretty good at checking grammar, as I've found.
And the 3s.
So some stuff it
threes,
can do is
two
like
ones, so 13.
it's not too bad if you give it rules to parse through. It will
2.5.
it will
Yeah.
like discern a common interpretation, and I think it's pretty good for that kind of stuff. Like technical editing, I think in a lot of
Let's
cases
go
AI is
with
pretty useful for,
the-
at least as an initial pass. I don't think it's a
Longer
substitute for
bets,
human playtesters,
spend
of
more
course, because
CP
you have to
for
introduce
plus
human
one
error to the
strength.
system. But
Yep.
Chop plenty
like
to
it's
your
pretty,
T3 mortals
clear
if
that
you're
at a
roll 4 up,
baseline you
no.
could you could feed a lot
Then
of
I
the
have 30 attacks.
unit abilities in
Then
40k through it, and it would
6.
figure
Yeah,
out
I'm
stuff like the
successful,
stupid
so
conversion
it's
rule
one
pretty
as well as
quickly.
chaplain, so if you don't want to do it,
Where
let's
it's
do it on the Vanguard instead.
not sure
She-
how to process
Just
critical hits and realizes that some conversion is worded differently than others. That's just like clearly a stupid mistake that we don't need to be worried, like need to have in the game.
Great.
12 AP2s.
12 4-ups.
Yeah, it's better at
And
feedbacking stuff than
16.
generating new stuff. I think that's a good way to put it for sure.
Explode. Let's find out together. We do not.
And then 1 Sun Guard and 1 Captain fight
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Never seen such a wanton
Mm.
abandon of risk over his
English
principles.
martial
Yeah,
arts.
that is
The
insane,
first
by the
Captain,
way.
5 attacks. Goes
All
into
these
4.
news stories about
6
how
attacks,
AI
actually.
agents,
Click 2.
like
You
in
have
the
5
background,
models.
just
Hitting you on
hack
2s,
websites and
rerolling,
stuff
wounding you on
is
2s.
like,
You have 4 AP, 5 AP2s.
why are we still
2,
funding this?
and release 3,
Like, what are we
go.
doing? It
And then
feels
4 more
almost certainly
2s and 2s. You have 4 AP2s.
antithetical to exactly how a lot of these
So we
companies like
find-
want
it's
to
Okay,
have
okay,
their
cool.
systems work.
And then here.
Pretty wild, chat. I think like we are getting to the
24.
stage where I think I understand the end goal. I think that this is a tangent. We'll get back to the game in a moment
12.
here, of course, chat. But while we're
Well,
discussing it.
EP.
But the end goal, of course, is
doesn't
to
matter. That
basically replace
regardless,
current user
doesn't
interfaces with AI models and then effectively
Consolidation.
monetize use
I skipped
of
5%
computer
first.
interfaces.
Yes,
So,
right.
So
Well, I
like
guess
if
you
the
technically
only way
close
that you
it,
have
but
to
it's fine.
interact with a lot
Minus
of
1.
of
gonna hit on 3s.
your
ones,
appliances
and
or
then
whatever
on
is
4s,
through
other ones.
an LLM, and then
So 3.
they can monetize the processing time for that. It's basically just like an infinite money sink. Right?
Vanguard.
As long as
and
people use
Vanguard.
computers, they end up having to
Yep.
burn for
Okay.
AI time, for like processor time,
First.
and then that's just like allows
These guys.
all these AI companies to generate a bunch of money. That's why they build so many processing centers and all this stuff.
Actually,
At the end of the day, it's like
first
kind of just like
these guys.
generic, stupid, and thoughtless monetization of people's time. Incredibly dumb. The price
They
isn't
do that
considered.
first.
The cost per dollar efficiency
Yes,
is bad.
so
Yeah,
first
but
this,
the
how
goal
about
isn't
base
to. At least it's the way that I understand it. The goal isn't to make AI a profitable product. It's to make AI. It's to increase
it's
people's
product,
dependence
yes.
on AI to the point that it becomes a necessary product. Then it doesn't matter what the cost is, right? The same play was played on like the entire United States when like oil and motor manufacturers essentially abolished the trains, lobbied hard enough that the US invested in
Oh,
roads
these
instead of
guys.
trains. And now if you want to live here, for a lot of people, it is necessary you purchase a car and you pay what is effectively a subscription service to do anything, to
Oh,
drive
these
anywhere,
guys.
right?
Yep.
And that's essentially that's the business model for AI. As far as I understand it, which is, of course, bad. That's bad and not good.
And
We shouldn't do
now,
that. Stop.
End of the fight. Let's see who I want to move. How much did these guys move?
14 with
The universe
I
is
can
a
pick up
simulation where the goal is to
features.
obtain AGI.
And then here. 14.
Yep, 14 with advantage.
So can
And I can
he
pivot.
bet?
The universe is
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm-
we're just in Mass Effect. We're just playing Mass Effect.
All right. Then
We'll
this
reach
guy is
AGI,
eliminate.
and then the Reapers will come and turn us into a
Sure,
couple
good.
fish. Big turn for Blood Angels. Obviously, I think this has gone a long way to equalizing the situation, equalizing the board state. We did lock in Samuel and Lion. Samuel can fall back in charge. Lionel Johnson doesn't have the ability to do so innately. cleared out
This guy shot
the Land
so
Raider,
they're
which was
not
massive,
hitting
cleared out
Yeah,
Samuel's
these guys
Brick,
did
which was
not
massive. We
shoot.
do have
guy
to
didn't
contend with the
some,
triple
gonna
land
move
speeder
these
vengeances, which I
guys.
think is where a lot of
Yeah,
this
these
this damage is going to be coming from.
For 5 inches.
Yep.
Everything turns to slap, which said to be Halo first. So true.
He can go there.
Unfortunate. I mean, Halo was like basically itself was first, so it does track. That is a venerable franchise. So if it was going to happen to something first, it would be the almost 30-year-old franchise that kind of re-pioneered how first-person shooters were developed.
Okay, I can move this guy here.
Yep.
Is there any way I can be within coherency with it?
Just be thankful it didn't happen to Doom as much, I guess.
2.1. No. Maybe with this guy. It's a bit, but it's further away. No. So one guy has to stay here. Let's see that. Yeah, and this is an 8. You can come here, restore position. So let's take the hit.
Yeah, the sad part about
what did
Halo
I
Season
score?
2 was that they figured it out, I think.
Bring it down for 5.
To some extent. It
forward
moved too
position
quickly. It was
is
like
B.
weird. They were like, oh quick, we have to hit all the
And
story
then
beats of
You
like Halo
killed something on
things.
an objective, and you took
I
a new
killed
objective.
something, an objective.
But it did like feel like a real show
I
in
control
Season
one
2.
more that I did not control at the start of the turn.
Yeah.
And I give it.
Season 1 was just
Alright,
bizarre.
let's see
It
what
was
we
like a
want
weird
to
soap
do.
opera that
Probably
didn't make any
do want
sense.
to pick up a speeder.
Yeah.
Right here first, so that's fine. You can drop it if you want.
What happened to the Dark Angels models? 18 Sanguinary Guard happens, chats. As I said, the big damage from the detachment comes out of these Sanguinary Guard units that hadn't yet committed at the time, and they did just get back in there. So we did hit the charge out of Deep Strike on the top section over here, and cleared out the Thunder Strike. These two units ended up clearing out the Land Raider. Dante did mutually annihilate essentially with Samael's unit. Lionel Johnson's going to be a problem from here on out, but he did kill Samael and his Riven Apothecary, so there is no way to regenerate models back to Samael's unit. He is just screwed. He just lives here now. That said, all of the Sanguinary Guard over there did die. And as we mentioned, we do have to contend with 3 Land Speeder Vengeances, which is pretty spooky.
Could go here as well. Yes, but
Get a bit of a score update here, chat.
because we should both units then.
We did get Storm an Objective and Kill a Unit for Purge and Secure.
For CP.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it
Yeah, I
down,
want to pick up
scored
these
out for
scouts.
Blood Angels, but we're still holding on to forward position.
These, I think these
Rhina.
can go up because you can't. You can pick up your scouts, but everything else is on the table. These will go up. Alright, let's see what we
Score in the wrong turn here. Rhina's at least holding 1. Gonna draw.
Overwhelming, tempting, plunger.
Rolling force, tempting target.
Is probably here.
Yep.
Kill Oath. It's probably this unit because we can shoot them from a lot of places. Basically here. I've just touched this. So we should be able to get quite a bit of stuff into them. We go here. That's 2. We save his position. Probably doesn't fit through there, so he probably has to fly. So if he wants to go here, it's 4. That's 15, so that's a 1. So both of these can shoot with a 1-inch advance. Assuming we don't trigger an erective moves, which we honestly don't have to. We can just let you hold this for a turn. To let these reactive. We just start and kill.
And we do have that Storm Lance reactive that Rhino has to play around here if he doesn't want these guys to be returning into their
these from outside of
their hidden position. One Vanguard veteran, unfortunately, didn't get back into hidden, so he's eligible as basically the first activation from the Vanguard veteran unit. So we get one shot with like a full power land speeder vengeance, effectively, before that unit's going to be back into hidden.
Yeah. So I could have. Yeah, right. Can't touch this just fine.
Rhino did have to burn down a lot of his resources in order to enable this situation. He's only down to one command point, still holding 3 on the Blood Angel side, so we do have access to those reactive effects.
These guys. So you just these here shifted them after. Okay. We have plunder. So we could plunder here if we wanted to. Which means we also get our engage.
Oh, did we up down a vengeance?
So
So we could plunder with it? Rhino's like looking at I mean the score has shifted pretty dramatically, but Rhino's still looking good to maintain lead. If he plays a little bit more aggressively in order to hold points to his opponent, even if he starts losing units to the Sanguinary Guard, they'll have to do a lot of work to catch up. Especially since Blood Offie has not been holding secondaries. He literally only has forward position in his hand right now. So this isn't a situation where he can sit here and just like wait out till round 5 and then score 2 turns of 15s or whatever, because he's not holding enough secondaries in order to do that. He burns too much at the very beginning.
Running up here.
The scouts are up down. We pulled
Is
a
it low
vengeance off the
level?
board though.
Maybe. Let's start with the speed of this guy. We'll advance and take these guys. One should. No, I didn't need to. Yeah, I didn't need to. 13. Go here. There. Touch. See through.
Yeah, I think we did pull a
Then this guy.
we did pull a vengeance into
you would want
strat
to go
reserve with rapid
here.
reappraisal.
We don't need to move
This
the
isn't
thing, so
Fulgurous
you
Task
just
Force though,
move.
fortunately. So these guys,
Yes,
unlike that,
couldn't
these
take
guys
it
don't have
out, that
deep
guy.
strike. Unless they do naturally. I actually don't
advance.
know.
It's a 5, that's 19, or up to
They do not.
19.
Only the Storm Speeder's deep strike.
And that is to your captain. Just make sure we're not into here now.
Yeah, scouts are definitely a better
Balance
option for it
over
for sure, chat.
line. Within
I think that's what we're gonna see.
24, so we should put weapons.
It would be weird to start doing actions with vengeances right now.
Actually, have to stand written.
No, it's
straight
reappraisal. Yeah.
Back up to here, shoot you.
I'm not crazy, chat. It's rapid reappraisal because they like go into the sky and then they view the battlefield from another angle. They reappraise the tactical situation and decide if they need to come in from a different angle. It makes sense to me, chat. Naming conventions check out, in my opinion. Do you want to try to open up a position to get the table quarter, I imagine, for
go back probably
the Thunderstrike here?
Take some shots here. We will advance these incursors. 4, 10. TP.
They review the property value. Listen, your home objective looks like it's pretty good. The neighborhood's great. It's really in an up and coming area. I think we're going to rapidly reappraise and say that's worth 5 points on forward position right now. Time for me to put a storm speeder over there, my guy.
Yeah, we'll add on this land speeder. You can go 16. Going to go 7.
We did see how dangerous the vengeances were to these like heavy-ish infantry units last turn. I'm a little bit worried about the Sanguinary Guards' survivability here. They do get -1 to wound, which is going to be helpful, although Twin Linked, of course, is going to offset that quite a bit. Darkflight Pursuit does ignore cover.
Could shoot this pistol if we want to. So you would like to see the captain, which it does.
They're only -1 to hit naturally in melee, of course.
Yeah, and then we just shoot Dante.
Trazen says bye now.
You can reactivate Dante, but where are you going to go? Do you want to reactivate Dante?
I'm engaged with someone.
That is correct. We will put Samuel here. Let's see if you want to reactivate.
He has pullback and charge, right?
Yes. No, I can shoot only. I can shoot with him. He's not charging. Samuel can charge.
Let me save him. Save position. I have 3 CP. He can come here. Or he can come here. Here. So if he comes here, Samuel can charge him, Speeder can shoot him, and that's it.
Yeah, I could use Lion's pistol as well.
And yes, and Lion's pistol. Or the second I can do is move him here, and then he can again and take charge. Restore position. They move. Now you have just the deep strike, right?
I have this guy, and I have the scouts, and I have these scouts.
Yeah. Dante there.
Okay.
So he cannot shoot him, as I can see.
That's actually fine. Just these two charge here. Which is fine. Yep. So we will do this guy. I think we'll go here. We should have to split up your Janet. Yeah, we'll go here. In 15. And we want to. Well, we will need to do it like this. Want to clean mind him, which we do have. So we can shoot your captain. And then the scouts. So I don't think you need to go. I mean, we could go here. We kind of get to kill both at the same time, so we probably don't do that. Plunder overwhelming. Yes, plunder later. Actually, we'll do it like this. He's gonna go here, so we get our engage. And the scouts. We could put them just back here and get 6, I guess. And then, are you really gonna run into the corner to chase them down? Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. And then these guys will just advance. 8. Gonna just go. Just go here.
Interesting. Looks like we're
Just
kind of saving plunder for a future turn. Not looking to
Okay, go. Then we have
grab
shooting.
that secondary right now.
Assume you don't want to overwatch anywhere. We'll start with. Or it doesn't really matter. Let's start with this vengeance. I have some options right now. Shooting here into the sand guard with the captain. We'll do the plasma first. Number shots, overcharging. Get to reroll for free. Okay, classic 7 + 1. 3s with oath. And then 2s with string linked. So 7 saves. Right, get 4 assault cannon.
Yikes. That's so brutal.
3s, oath, and then 3s. 3 AP0. See what damage. Cool. Hazardous. We're fine. Right. Then we will shoot Samuel here. Plasma cannon first. D3. 3. 2s. Because we can recover. Oath, and then 2s. 3. Inval damage 2. Okay, we get the wounded guy. Never 2 strong bolter shots. It's you, force. 2 AP0. Cool. Then we go.
Did you roll hazardous here? I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And he's not hazardous. Then this guy shoots them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see the captain. Yeah, we just need to get rid of them. Plasma, overcharging, number of shots. 6, 3s. Oath, 2s, 4 saves. Kills the guy, 300 captain, assault cannon. Oath, and then 3s. 1 dev, 1 save on the captain. AP0. Okay, he is on a wound. Cool. We will do. Because we do. Let's see. I probably don't see him there. I mean, we are touching here, so we can shoot him. So we will do. He's the captain. So we start with this guy shooting here. Plasma first. Hazardous on the other vengeance. He's fine. And then this guy shooting. Plasma, overcharging, number of shots. Okay. And 1 blast. 3s. And 2s. 3. Plus 2 guys. Heavy bolter. 1 hit. 1 AP1. Good. Alright. Hazardous. It's fine. Right. We'll shoot the land speeder. We'll put missile and multi-multi there. We'll put Gatling into the captain.
You can't see, right?
And you don't hit him, right?
No,
touching
but you don't touch. This doesn't have frame.
It does.
No, it
Does it
doesn't.
not?
Nope.
I mean, sure. It was on the assumption that it did, so I definitely did want to touch this. And I said
Pretty
so.
sure it does have frame.
Okay.
Double
That's
check.
weird. Yeah, I didn't know that. I assumed that all of them had. Because he went here so to touch the objective and see through here.
Codex land speeders do have frame.
They do.
So I guess it's just the scripting that's wrong. I thought it had frame.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in the app right now.
I thought.
I'm looking at it.
All right, fair enough. Cool. Then we will proceed. Scattering into the captain. It's just the scripting that's wrong then. With the Lisполder. 3s with oath.
My co-commentator's here, chat.
And 3s.
What do you think she has to say?
1 Devon with captain.
What do you think about? Yeah.
Then we will
About
do
the current board state.
Malta into the other guys.
I think she's
on 3s.
probably
No
predisposed towards
missile.
Dark Angels.
Hits you, wounds you. One hit,
Yeah. Because she's a heretic.
Didn't
That's
reroll.
why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Saved.
cool. We get to move D6. We get to move 6. Do we want to go anywhere? Do you want to go anywhere?
Not enough treats on the board. So true.
Just hide behind our friend. Up here. This is 3. Yeah. This is 4, so we're always fine there. So you just go here. Cool. We shoot the lion's pistol into Dante. Plasma pistol, 2 shots. You have cover, so 3s. And 3s. 1 save. 2 damage. And then with this Thunder Strike, you just shoot into the Vanguard veterans. Rocket Pod, take 2 shots. 2. On 3s. On 2s. 2 AP1, damage 2.
Yeah, I think everyone is
Last Talon, 2s.
jealous of the
2s,
Landspeeder
1
Vengeance. The amount of damage these things are doing is brutal.
D6 plus 1, kills a guy. And the missile misses. Cool. I think that is that. Then we are going to charge with Samuel. He gets an 8.
Do have the
We will
opportunity
just
to
go
maybe get one of them, but
you.
the issue is that like because they're able to pour fire from the flanks right now,
well,
it's unlikely you're going to be able to kill too many
go here.
before the next turn. They get another round of shooting into you.
That,
Mm-hmm.
right, do you, yep, that's my shot. Do you
No,
want to
no,
work?
no.
Cool.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
I will not pile in. Well, I will take a ball shock at the start. I am fine. I will not pile in. You get pile in. Probably fine there. Yeah.
Yeah, fine there. I'll just move him a little bit to the wall in case he survives.
For sure. Right. 6 attacks. We probably better off re-rolling than lancing. We kind of just want to get rid of you though. We'll just and the CP on nah.
Sorry,
Should be
Chance, she's
fine.
batting at the
They're gonna
microphone
kill
right
this
now.
or this. They'll do something here.
Oh,
So
goodbye,
that
microphone.
needs to- Would be nice to have a CP here. You really should die. Nah, he's really. We're gonna lance here. It's really annoying if he's still around. So, we're hitting on 2s. You get to see 2, so 1 extra, and then 2s. 7. Wait, we do get him. Cool.
Dang.
We will consolidate. We will
Dante living there would have been great.
honestly
He does
go
have a
with-
the potentially good enough
Always gonna
profile to
charge
knock
here if
down
you
a
want
land speeder
to,
by
so just
himself
go
if he lances
forwards.
himself. So
You
losing
don't
him
go
is unfortunate because he
forward.
gains lethal hits and he has hits on
we
2s and
will
rolls
get
1s naturally because of the detachment.
4s for 5, I believe.
3.
Now we're only down to 2 real combat units for
We killed Dante.
The,
and this
Dante
unit.
didn't start the turn on an objective. This is overwhelming, right? For each enemy unit
Alright.
that started the turn
Yeah.
within range. Yeah.
All right. We're rolling for 3. We killed
Samuel
2
on the
units. And we
was
are
Samuel on
in-
the objective though? For the kill points?
Well, I just need to kill units, right?
Kill points?
Right, so you get it if oh, this is for overwhelming. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
so, yeah. So I held an objective. I'm in all quarters. I killed the units.
That they were talking about Purge and Secure, but that's on the other side. That would have made no sense.
And I think we're honestly fine with just discarding or attempting targets.
Mm-hmm.
CP, and over to you.
Scouts are up. And let's draw. Display assassination. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Display is a little bit tough. Assassination could be easier.
I have 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Because this is
Yeah.
not in and this is not in.
Controlling an objective. So that would be 4.
Yep.
Oath of Moment.
All right, chat. Missing 3 points somewhere. In any case, oops. Apologies. Score is coming down to equalized, but we do have this sort of glut of individual activations on the Dark
let's
Angel
go.
side. That's going to be
Summer.
difficult for Blood Angels to deal with.
Let's do this.
They really want to be able to kill like 2 land speeders in one go, but it's very
Strat
difficult for
can
them.
definitely come up here. Strat reserves.
They're trying to knock
Frame, yes.
both
Yeah, it's
Samael and the Thunderstrike, I
this
guess, with
guy
these
will
guys, if we can
advance.
split between the two.
For 1.
At least that will get the kill on an
Let's free roll it
objective.
with a captain. Boop. 2. 14. Let's save them. Save position. 14 brings me here. 7.
Gonna try to dodge Lionel Johnson.
Hey.
So 8.
Let's see if we can go into the home objective. Forward position still in Blood Offie's hands here. If he kills Samael, that's assassination scored. Display of might be a bit of a lost cause, but if he does take the home objective, he's going to get that forward position. That'll also grab him a storm, and of course he'll have his kill.
7 wounds. 2 CVs. Grenade on Samuel. Two mortals, please.
1, 2.
Charging.
Alright.
10.
Big charge. I assume we declare both these targets. That would have been a nice roll on the Sanguinary Guard there. That actually would have been a massive, massive charge of the Sanguinary Guard. They might have gotten into 2 Vengeances and potentially killed both.
Sure. This guy come to 1. I need this guy at 2.
Looking at our current breakdown, sort of an interesting trend right now is that Rhina has not scored too many primary points. And he does have an end-of-game clause on his primary, which is going to be able to sort of recoup a lot of his points here. But there is the chance that he doesn't have the opportunity to score quite as many points at the late game. If Blood Offie can knock down enough of his units.
One guy from this side. And so 1 more here, 1 more here, 1 more here, and 1 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, too many. Let's put 1 more guy here.
Alright.
So 4 here and 3 and the chaplain here.
Yeah.
Sunguard 4.
So I think the 1-inch gets tough
So-
because you start to run out of coherency if
Let's
you
go Lion.
cohere stuff at the top. And if you like it's so first of all, the Vengeance or the Thunderstrike frame measures, so you can 1 inch off of a lot of weird positions on its hull. So I think most of these guys are 1 inch anyway. And then if you ramp Samael, you pull them out of coherency. So you're actually restrained on where you have to go because of the 9-inch coherency measurement. So I think that pulls a lot of the Vanguard veterans from going too far onto this objective effectively.
Starting here. Pilings.
So essentially all you have to do, chat, is I think the correct way to do this, if we were doing it 100% correctly, is you take your first guy at the top and you go basically towards the apex of the model at the top here, and then you take your other model and you go as far as you can 9 inches away from that guy at the bottom. Now anyone that tries to go farther than those two models are immediately going to be outside of coherency. So you are then it's impossible for you to push any more models farther than the two models at the edges of the unit.
Starting here. Of course.
Yep.
Everything on the lion.
Go for it.
Toughness?
9.
Todo δεν έχει σημασία. 7.
7.
Not a great roll on old Lionel Johnson here.
Takes 4.
Three more.
Alright. Let's see.
These guys are all
Alright.
or it's a combination of blades and spears,
I
actually.
think I will interrupt
Oh,
Samuel then.
Yeah.
See if we can swipe down some Vanguard veterans. So 2s with sustain 2. And 3s. So 5 AP3. Right, we get 4 guys. Maybe saves the speeder.
Oof.
Yes, Samuel is more important. Okay.
Brutal.
Chaplain 4+.
Samuel is good for a kill on an objective here. That was a very
Chaplain
good
first.
interrupt.
Yep.
But the problem is if you don't do that, then Lionel
Control.
Johnson
It
gets
should
to
be
swing
on
over
2s,
here.
I think. Because on T5 your strength 6,
Three.
right?
3 AP1s.
Yep, 3 AP1s. We're fine.
And then 1, 2, 3
Oh, no.
more.
Not like this, chat. We just need 3 through on
And
Sammy.
both there. Yep. And then on 3s.
6 more.
Alright.
Should get him.
If he wants to live, he wants
There it
to
is.
6.
Ooh!
He does not want to live.
He almost survived. That would have been brutal. Couldn't do any interrupts or anything there because they of course had already interrupted with him, so can't double strat.
Probably strike you.
Oof. That was spicy for a moment there.
So it's gonna be
Lionel
3
Johnson swings back at the
threes,
Sanguinary
which is
Guard.
right
Probably going to kill most of them with this swing.
So and then
As his own reel wants to hit
and
wounds.
real
Oh,
6.
no.
Oh,
No.
okay. Interesting.
Feels 5. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's 4.
5, and then the captain's on 1.
the
Jesus
captain.
Christ.
So
Oh, Johnson, my guy. That was brutal.
You're just
No.
captain now, so the 2 hits.
I think that's the second
force,
time Lionel
and
Johnson's done
ones,
that. Just left
please,
the character alive.
Nice.
And he dies to the land speeder's melee now. And we are down to just
Alright.
the chaplain and his Vanguard veterans plus the scout squad on the Blood Angel side. With that, I think, chat, I don't know if Blood Offie has a line back into this game. I think that's probably
But I don't want to.
GG, as they say. Assassination does score out for Blood Offie. He does storm. And he does kill on an objective. But on the flip side, I don't think he's scoring anything else.
I think.
No display. No forward position.
Yeah, I don't think that's game because I have just one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to pass over to Rhina, and I think
Yeah,
we're probably going to
pretty
get a
much.
talk out here, chat.
We can just.
I don't-
Really matter, so
I don't
just be
know if
pissed.
there's any way
So I'm just gonna
we
run
come back
damage
from
and
that.
shoot
That
these
was
guys.
brutal. If Johnson
Yeah,
had
they-
died there,
you
I
have
think
your
there's a
response.
line like you kill Johnson and you spike saves against the vengeance saves for a turn. maybe there's a line back into the game because you can fall back and charge it. You could just cycle charge through all the land speeders for the last 2 rounds. With Johnson living and killing that entire unit, then it's GG, I think. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can just do some stuff.
So we're almost certainly going to score Plunder for Rhina here. He's going to score Holdman and I think all 4 table quarters for 6. Plus probably 2 more kills on the next turn. So I think we look like that.
Burden defend.
Defend Stronghold and a Burden of Trust is the
If you want to take, it's fine.
draw.
But I think there's no point in going on. Right?
Nah, we can just stop.
Yeah.
I'll just go out my stuff because I just want to see what score I get.
Yeah.
So I hold an objective. I will kill a unit. Do I kill a scout is the only question. Honestly, probably not. I'm just gonna shit everything on these guys outside of 8. I will do plunder. I will do engage for 6. I will do defend for 5. And then I will burden. I will not do grievous. I will not be able to bring down. Cleanse and outflank, so that's just 15, and then I would get 6 plus 3, 9. And I guess I could discuss, so I would get 10. Pickle them.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
Rhino would
it's
get his
fine.
bottom 5 score
Because-
as well, which is oh, excuse me.
So I think that would be what I would get, and you would hold.
No, it would be just
hold
be 9
this,
for him.
yes.
Yeah.
And maybe you get some coach. Engage defend. No, okay.
And
Yeah, so I
I think
think
this
this would
looks
be the
like the
score.
final score.
And,
Yeah.
Good game. I think it's definitely rough for you because I just have so much damage. And just,
I think it was a valiant effort
and
on
just
the Blood
have to
Angel side.
Run into me.
The Land Raider forced me to come.
Yeah.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to come, but
Yeah,
Wow.
because if you can't really, when it's here, you can't really. Like either you go here or you stay and I just touch this and flame a unit. So and then when it's here, kind of need to deal with it. Was the hope. So you just have like stuff here, here, and here, and you have to deal with all of it, and you basically get to pick 2 things to deal with. What's the thinking, at least?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of
Okay.
sense. The downside is, of course, that it
you,
had to
man.
push so many Blood Angels
Thanks,
away
man.
from their expansion objective
you
that it
again.
really opened
Really
up that
nice.
objective to get accessed
Really
by the
enjoyed
Dark
that.
Angels. Whereas, so we're taking hold
Nice
once
game.
that like baseline of consistent
you too.
scoring. You
very
just
well.
don't have that. Yeah, thanks for playing, guys. And
thank you.
Ryan, congratulations on
Thanks,
taking it
Wesley.
down. That was definitely an interesting one. Lionel Johnson. If Lionel Johnson got down, maybe there's a line for sure. But it kind of requires, I think, that
Yes,
the Sanguinary Guard just like turn their shields on and take nothing on the next turn. Which is obviously tough. That just mass land speeder vengeances is like so brutal against a 3-wound army.
They sure do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's just the reload shot count that makes them so crazy.
Yeah,
You're
for sure.
almost immune to. You almost never get less than 3 shots or 4
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah, and plus
the hazard
blast,
is
right? So
fake.
you're like you shooting 5
Yeah.
times and basically fully converting them every time. So they're like good for they deal like 60 to 100 points of damage every time they shoot, right? For 140 points, which is very good.
Yeah, and then
Pretty
it's just
strong.
They're like a quarter of the army as well. So
Yeah,
there's them
for sure.
all army
Yeah.
as well next to
Yeah,
them.
it's just like, I mean, you can throw away so much, right? Like the Land Raider went down, didn't really get too much value. Samuel's unit went down, but it doesn't matter because they're just body blocking for the vengeances for the most part. Yeah.
Just to manage them, then they just sit in the back and shoot all game.
Yep, for sure. Seems good.
All right,
Yep.
thanks.
Well, thanks for playing, guys. I got your
Thanks
scores
for
in.
hosting.
So you should be all set.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers. All right, chat. And with that, that's going to be it for our game today. Big congratulations to Rhina, our T5S2 Invitational player, for winning this one with the old Archangels. I think it goes to show you how impactful Dark Angels are in this current metagame. Definitely need some reach, I think, to be able to reach back and deal with the land speeder vengeances. They do go down pretty easily. Their profile's not like crazy. You can, I think, give them stealth for a command point, and you have like Armor of Contempt, so you can try to scam some stuff. They have an invuln save, which is good, but you know, it's easier than dealing with like Eldar tanks, and we know how easy to kill those guys are. So as long as you can get the long range shot into them, you can actually, you know, be able to clip them out relatively easily. A bit awkwardly, the 10 wounds does make it a little difficult to kill them because they are, a lot of times, like, you want to be firing your own plasma-style weaponry into them. Like a Strength 9 3-damage gunshot's actually very effective there. It puts them on their invuln save even through AOC, and it's high enough volume that it can punch through cover, potentially. So you can imagine, like, a plasma, a heavy plasma cannon, like a Redemptor Dreadnought, or a Pulsar Executioner, or, like, an Exocrine or something like that, is the perfect profile, but those are all 3-damage weapons, and then the extra wound there does mean that you have to convert 4 to kill them, which does make things a little bit awkward. The other thing, too, for Vengeances is that when you destroy something within 6 inches of them, they shoot you back. So if they're all acting as a wolf pack, they can actually generate value from losing their own models, which can be a little bit brutal. So definitely some stuff to consider. We'll probably do a list tech, I think, on this build, probably within the next week or so. I released my first one of those earlier today, folks. Or I guess it was technically last night, but I think it came out this morning. I do want to talk about that for a moment. I'm going to be starting a new series, and it'll be a little bit experimental. We'll see how people like it. But basically, we're going to be talking about the strengths and weaknesses, you know, how to play and how to counter specific metagame builds. That's going to be a premium series for folks on the YouTube channel membership. If you're in the advanced tactics slot, I'm going to try to, we'll see if I can stick to one per week, or at least bi-weekly. We'll try to do bi-weekly. We'll try to do every other week on those, so that we can continue to cycle through them as the metagame changes. But that's basically going to be like a deeper dive into individual lists than we get in something like Best Armies in 40k. So the first one of those is out. It's on Equatorial Horde Orcs. Some of the particular things that particular detachment can do. And we've got a lot of other ones. People are requesting to talk about stuff like, Legion of Excess and some other specific builds that are in the meta, so we'll do that. And I'll also throw in there any lists that I'm building or that I've put a lot of work into, as we normally do. But with that, chat, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Thanks, everyone, for coming and hanging out and watching me. I will be live tomorrow morning. That's going to be bright and early, 9 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time for the T5S2 Invitational. I think it's Group C Finals, if I remember correctly. That's going to be Adeptus Mechanicus versus Chaos Space Marines. It's going to be the last hurrah of Sin Kane's Fellhammer Siege Host before he is unfortunately required to move to something else. And that is a Darren fighting for his tournament life. If he wins that game, the players can rematch one time if they choose to do so. Otherwise, Darren is out, and Sin Kane makes it to the elimination stage to play against Isaac Terada. With that, chat, thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Keep it classy, folks, and I will talk to you later. Also, Smeckled Orc, thank you for the membership. Appreciate you.